Hi, this is Anna, and this is Check It at the Round Table, where we discuss movies, books, music, and stuff. Today, we are discussing Happy New Year, peeps. We have made it to 2023. I don't know about you guys, but I am really glad we have a new year. I mean, it's off to a really good start. The COVID is not eradicated by any means, but it's looking better. I'm moving to a new place. I'm so excited here this week. I'm like, it will be quieter. I will not have 6 lanes of traffic outside my apartment with an ambulance going by literally like every 2 hours. I mean, I'm really glad for this apartment. It has been fabulous for this month. But I'm just saying, I'm looking forward to quiet, more pastoral setting with fewer vehicles. So there we go. So today's podcast is on the Korean BL drama series by Strong, Berry, and Matchbox. That was a collaborative effort. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it, but Choco Milkshake. Okay, this series was set up in a set of 11 mini episodes. I really liked everything, but the very end, if you go past the credits, got kind of weird. I'm still not sure exactly what was going on there. I think I know, but it just seemed rather inappropriate and didn't make a lot of sense to me given the characters and their penchants. But anyway, I'm not going to deal with what happened after the credits. If you guys want to go check out what happened after the credits, you can, but it just did not mesh well with Anna. I don't know. Okay, I guess if you're a demisexual, sometimes you're never going to get things. It's like, no, doesn't work for me, especially when you consider Choco and Milk and how they kind of just like their people. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, I hope I'm wrong about how I interpreted the last scene because that was just weird. But anyway, so we're going to take that last scene and just say, not discussing that other than what I've already said. So, Choco Milkshake. This is a story of a young man who works with his uncle at a cafe. And he's kind of lives by himself in a bit of isolation. And one night or one morning early, we're not quite sure when, he says, I really miss Milk and Chocolate, which were his cat and dog that he had. He lost his dog because it got hit by a car. He lost the cat because it got sick and died when he was younger. Well, he wakes up and he has 2 humans on either side of him. And one is just kind of curled up beside him. The other has its arm around him. I really, really like the character of Choco. I don't know why, because the character of Choco is like totally antithetical to who I am as a person, but it's the kind of person that I tend to kind of gravitate towards. I mean, I was thinking about this last week because I'm like, my best friend, my other friends that I'm really close to are all kind of Chocos. And I'm kind of like, not that way at all. I mean, take Choco and do the antithetical. No, internally, when it comes to caring for people, I am a lot like Choco. I'm like, I will be there for you, but I will be there for you with like a hot beverage. It's really hard for me to do hugs and other more physical forms of care. I mean, I'm just saying. So anyway, but Choco is the dog that came back as a human, and Milk is the cat that came back as a human. Throughout the series, I really like how they interject the animal personalities with the dog and the cat. It's like the dog is following the guy around his apartment. He waits outside the restroom. He has to go brush his teeth. He's waiting for him to get home from whatever he's doing by the park. He's like, it's his spot. And it's just so funny to watch because he's so basically adorable and innocent at the same time. I don't mean innocent as in like he's not aware of how the world works and isn't able to function like a normal human being. I'm just saying he's innocent in his absolute like ability and childlike nature with Choco. Milk is kind of aloof like a cat. I mean, really. So anyway, at the end of the day, Choco and Milk have come back from heaven, reincarnated basically as humans, but they're only there for a short time to be with the main character and kind of help him through being sad and get him past the fact that he felt responsible for his cat and dog dying. At the end of the day, Choco does not want to leave his master because he really likes him. But if he stays, he will not be able to get back. So at the end of the day, the boy tells Choco, you need to go back to where you came from. And I think it's interesting because there's also a scene. I really liked how this series dealt with a couple of things with relationships. And not because like I mainly review BL dramas because it's what I tend to watch a lot, but I mainly watch BL dramas because I think they bring up interesting aspects of relationships. Nothing really to do with romance, but to do with different aspects of care. And there's a scene where the main character is meeting his old boyfriend. And Choco and Milk are talking about the old boyfriend. And Milk is like, it would be very good if he could get back together with his old boyfriend because that's the one who he cared about the most and who seemed to take care of him the best of anyone that he dated. And Choco's like, yes, I know I have to go back, but I do not like him being here. And it's kind of funny to watch. But anyway, at the end of the day, though, the old boyfriend, who is played by an actor who was in another Korean BL series, which I just really couldn't get into. It was like a crime mafia BL series. It was also by Strawberry. I cannot think of the name right now, but if you look on Strawberry's channel, you'll find it. It's like a several part series that they did. I'm not saying it wasn't interesting. I'm just saying it really wasn't my jam personally. I'm like, it wasn't my thing. But anyway, one of the main characters, the actor from that series, is the boyfriend of the main character in this series. And he decides to take and have a chat with this kid. I'm calling him a kid. He's in his mid-20s, but he's still a kid. I mean, okay. But anyway, I think, we're all, anyway, yeah. So I call people kids who are much older than that. I'm just like, well, you're a kid. Okay. But anyway, but he has a chat with his old boyfriend. His old boyfriend at the end of it basically says, I'm not trying to get back together with you right now. That's not my point of being here. But what I'm asking is, if you ever think that perhaps we could make a relationship work again, I would like you to at least consider not shutting the door on that option, should that ever arise. And then he leaves. And I think that's I've never seen that in a show before. I'm like, that's interesting. Because usually when people end relationships, it's kind of like I was watching YouTube, I'll drop it in the description, but it was by this lady who I sometimes watch for stuff because she's so funny sometimes, but she was talking about how people end relationships. She's like, my exes, and I feel like this about my exes, and she has herself as King Kong in the city, wrecking mayhem because she doesn't want to talk to the exes again. And I get both sides of the coin because I'm going, if you did not end your relationship well with the other party, and if you broke up for certain reasons, I can totally understand not wanting to see them ever again or hear from them again. I mean, wish them well, but you really don't want to bring them up or even think about them long enough to wish them well. I mean, really. But if it didn't end badly, if it just didn't work out for whatever reason, I'm going, ending it graciously and without shutting the door, I think is not necessarily a bad plan. So I think those were the two main points that I really liked about this movie, or this series. The other thing that I liked about the series was I loved how Choco and the main character interacted, both when they're just mucking about as friends and when they're more than friends, because they just really enjoy each other's presence in their lives. And I think that's the thing that I liked about the series. Now with the cat Milk ends up with the main character's uncle who runs the cafe. They were a weird couple. I mean, I hardly ever say that, but really, I'm just going, they are a weird, weird couple. But I think it works. So, more power to them. But anyway, I would give this series a 8 out of 10. I liked it. It was a little strange to me because I'm not really into K-dramas in general. I usually find them a little, no offense to anyone who likes K-drama, overly cringy in parts, especially BL K-dramas. It's just really, Color Rush was great. I haven't watched Color Rush 2 because I think I will be gravely disappointed. I really should, check that out one of these days. But anyway, Color Rush was fabulous. Loved that one. But most of them I'm sitting there going, not my thing. Now I am now a member of Icky Y, and it's not because of Kim Porsche. I really could care less, but it's because they're doing the Between Us series, and they also did Even Sun, the series with Bad and Prim as well, which I hope to watch. And then also they have Blooming, which I've heard is a really good Korean BL drama. I don't know, but I thought it might be worth checking out since everybody seems to be talking about it online. And I know I'm several months late on that one, but still better late than never. So anyway, I would give Choco Milkshake an absolute total worth the watch. It is perfectly acceptable to watch it with any age group, except I would not watch the end of it with, I mean, you can watch the credits with the kiddies, but I would not watch the other because I think it's inferring things that aren't necessarily kid friendly. And then the series can be watched on YouTube. It is free on Strongberry's channel at the moment. I'm guessing you can also buy this series on Vimeo. I haven't checked that out, but they usually have Strongberry stuff is available on Vimeo for like $3 a video, $6 a video, very cheap. So I bought several of theirs on there. I can't remember the names of them at the moment. I really like the one about the I can't think of the name. I think it was a Strawberry one too. I'll have to go back and check. I did a review on it about a year ago now, but it's about the college professor and the young student who was not learning poetry well. I really liked that one. And then also the coffee date one with the two professors that were a couple. That was funny too. So I would definitely check this out. It's one of the best Korean BL dramas I've seen. That's not really saying a lot for Korean BL dramas. I'm just saying it was fun. Choco, I really liked his character. I don't know what else that actor has been in that has played Choco, but I was sitting there going, he really doesn't look like, I'm not trying to be rude, he looks like an alien in like a good way. He's just so incandescently happy looking. He looks like he's like a happy vampire or a happy alien. I mean, I don't know another way to say it. I'm like, he really does. He's just like totally adorable as like this humanoid dog. And I'm not saying that in like an attractive way. I'm just saying he really is totally likable. You want to go over and go pat, 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 pat. So anyway, you too can watch this series. Check it at the round table. See if you feel the same way about Choco. Bye.